Welcome, Tigers. We are going to talk today about our Maryland offense. And like I said in our Arizona offense, each offense has the name of a state, and there will be a hint as to what that offense is for based on how that sounds. Maryland, which starts with an M, is our man-to-man offense. So man-to-man offense is great. It's probably more complicated to learn at a young age than zone offenses are. But once you get good at it, you can really drive defenses crazy. And so let's talk about our principles or our rules for Maryland, and let's give a lot of examples of how that might play out in a game. So the first rule for our man-to-man or Maryland offense is let's start with our ABCs. And ABC here means always be cutting. I don't want to see players standing around and not moving. Right? And there are a lot of different types of cuts we can learn, and we'll show some examples today, and we'll work on these during practice. When you pass the ball, part of one is when you pass the ball, we want you always to either basket cut or screen away. Rule number 2, keep spacing by filling open areas. If you cut, don't just park in the key, go find an open area that has been left vacant after you cut. Third, we want to look for pick and roll opportunities as part of this offense, and we want to look for drive and dish opportunities. Drive and pick and roll, as many of you know, is when a player sets a screen, the ball handler uses that screen to go to the basket, and then the person who sets the pick rolls to the hoop. And the drive and dish means that you beat your man off the dribble, and when the help defender comes, we find the easy pass to the open man. Finally, we want to work for a clean shot in the kill zone. What is the kill zone? Well, the kill to me is this short area that's about free throw line distance or closer around the basket. We love shots where we have a clean look at the basket, not with a lot of pressure or hands in our faces or having to contort our body or hang in the air and double clutch. We want shots in this area. The whole area that's about a step in on the line or inside, I call this the no shot zone. We don't want deep twos. And then what we also say is we'll shoot threes, but we only want to shoot wide open threes. These are to keep the defense honest. Our primary goal is to work for a clean shot in the kill zone. So let's talk about how we do that, and let's bring this to life. So our initial alignment in our Maryland offense is just like Arizona. All our offenses, you'll see, it should be fairly easy because we line up fairly similar. We have a point guard, we have 2 wings, and we have a high post and a low post. And the low post player is not going to be coming out to the corners like we did in the zone. But let's talk about how this looks. So the point guard has a couple of options here that follow our rules. So one example is, let's pretend that this guy's out here denying the passing lane. These guys are making it difficult. One of the very first things we can do is we can set the high pick. And we've entered our offense immediately in a pick and roll situation, coming off the screen. And now coming off this screen, right, if the lane's open like this, we can take it all the way to the basket, right? If this help defender right here comes, we talked about drive and dishes, we dish right here, basket, right? Maybe he comes off the screen and this person jumps over, right? Well, now we've got ourselves a roll opportunity. We can hit that short bounce pass, and then this person can either attack the right side of the basket for the layup, or if this help defender comes over again, we can dish it over here. So that's early offense getting into a pick and roll or a drive and dish situation. We had a lot of baskets off of that last season. That's one way to start the offense. Another way to start the offense is we might see this player do what we call a V-cut, which is walking their man in here and then flashing out to the ball. So that's another ABC. Pass comes here. Once the pass gets there, this person who just passed, are they going to stand around and ask for the ball back? No, we're not going to do that, right? Reason we're not going to do that is because we want to always be cutting. We have to basket cut or screen away. So he has two options. One, we can take this screen that was there and we can cut to the basket. And it looks like a give and go, right? Pass right back, opportunity for a score. If it's not there and this defender plays it well, then we say you've got to keep spacing by filling open areas, right? So first of all, let's talk about what open areas are available. So one, we left this open space point open. So this person should come to the top. The cutter on the wing knows that something's open. So they're going to continue through since they didn't get the ball and come out. Now we're rebalanced in our opening set or our opening alignment. Okay? So you see how that plays out, filling open areas. Let's also look at, what can happen here. So if this person's right here, if they've got a quickness advantage, maybe they can just beat them to the basket. And now I've got a possible drive and dish opportunity, which is what we say that we're looking for, another shot in the kill zone. The other thing that we could do here, right, is we said we're looking for pick and rolls. Maybe our high post sets a screen here, sets up for the middle. This player can come around here. And where are we right now? We are in the kill zone, right? This player follows, roll to the basket, bounce pass, bucket. Okay? So, let's pretend that the ball's here. We're just showing you some of the options that we have to work with. And none of that works, right? So we reverse it back to the point. And because he passed it, he needs to basket cut or screen away. And because there's no one to screen away for, clearly here, the player is going to basket cut. And because they basket cut, and it's not there, they're going to continue through. And here, this person should be thinking what? Well, the whole right side of the floor has been cleared. Set a high pick. We'll use that pick and see if we can get to the basket, right? Or they could over here to the wing. Their defender follows them. This person could cut to the basket. This person can fill the open spot. This person can fill the open spot. And once again, we are rebalanced. Okay? What happens if the ball comes this way? If we pass towards the strong side of the court where we have our low post, well, we can pass here. If we like our matchup, low post can just get on the block, call for it. We make an entry pass. We're in the paint. We're making a post move. That's something that we can do out of our offense. If that's not there, we like to look for pick and roll opportunities, right? Maybe we come up and set a big pick up here. Ball handler's going off this dribble. If this player, we either have a layup on the drive, or if this player follows and cuts it off, we dive cut to the basket, right? And we have another pick and roll opportunity. So we're always looking for these drive and dish pick and roll opportunities. Let me show you the power of a back cut in this offense too. And maybe we don't know what a back cut is yet, but a back cut, we talked about V cut, where you walk your guy in, you pop out. We talked about a basket cut, where you make a pass and then you cut to the basket after the pass. A back cut looks like this. So let's pretend it's tough to get it into the high post. We don't want to set a screen. What our low post can do is our low post can flash to the high post. And if we're able to make this bounce pass right into here, the wing now can cut to the basket and hit this for a layup. That's another thing we love to do out of this is look for back cuts. So I've been giving you a lot of examples over the last 10 minutes, and what you'll see is this is somewhat free flowing. This asks you to make smart decisions in the half court offense and to be aware of all of your options. But I think what's most important is that you remember the principles. And let's put everyone back in their starting spots. The principles are always be cutting, ABC. If you pass the ball, basket, cut, or screen away. Do not stand around. If you find yourself making a cut and things are congested, fill the open space, rebalance, and get into our initial alignment, which is wing, wing, guard, high post, low post. Look for pick and roll opportunities and drive and dish opportunities, and let's keep moving that ball till we can get into the kill zone. In man-to-man defense, unless they're really sagging off, we don't need to settle for a lot of threes unless they're leaving it wide open, right? We'll take that only when it's wide open to keep them honest. So anyway, that is our Maryland offense. Thanks for listening in.